Good evening, and tonight I would like to share some firsthand experiences in the hopes that it will ignite corporate partners to support our housing authority of the city of Annapolis. This young man is lucky to have his tennis shoes because one night in Chicago I learned that they were stealing tennis shoes when these kids were walking back to their residence at the Robert Taylor Homes in Chicago. So I went down to 4848 South State myself with this new company I had just joined, and I said, look, clean out one of these meeting rooms and we're going to build a world-class after-school learning center with computers, software, internet access, and training. So together with Captain Tolliver there of the Chicago Police Department, we launched, and it was a great success as a case study. Now bring it on home. We started a company here in Annapolis several years ago, did the same thing, the same model, went to see Ms. Crossan, who was executive director at HAC at the time, pulled all the resources together and built learning centers at the Esports Center, Robinwood, and two others. Again, a success. Interestingly enough, because we were a local company, we also had humans here. So we had people and staff, young staffers that could come on weekends and evenings to help with training and mentoring, which was really the big differentiator, because hardware is hardware, but humans equal care. And so when Senator Sarbanes and I hosted the grand opening, the Capitol did pick up the headline correctly, because it was mentoring that made this difference. And here is an interesting statistic. We were a data services company. We processed terabytes of data a day, but it was this data set that created the most emotion at our company. 911 calls went down when our kids were mentoring those kids. In essence, what we were doing is adopting. We were adopting with respect to not only supplying hardware, software, internet access, but caring and long-term responsibility. What are some other models? Anybody ever see these signs around on the highways? Simple business model, public-private partnership, but very effective point solutions. We went and looked at another model. This is where planters invested millions in a private-public partnership with the Housing Authority of the City of New York. Took a green space and completely renovated it for the benefit of this community. So hey, how about back here in Annapolis? Look, Comcast has the franchise, $20 million down at College Park for their arena. How about $20,000 for a new playground down at Eastport Terrace? One of the finest corporations in the world has this incredible presence here because of their acquisition of Westinghouse Electronic Systems. They could easily go in and adopt the technology in the current rec centers at HACA. Or we've all heard about some issues of air quality in some of the residences. Why doesn't ServiceMaster adopt one building, not 10, just one? We'll give them the naming rights, and they can remediate the mold, the air quality, bring it up, and as one of 1,000 points of light, somebody else could take the other building. And these all don't have to be large companies that do this. For example, we could take the health club downtown here in Eastport. They could take one hoop in the playground and adopt it. A new backboard and keep putting new nets in because we know this is critical infrastructure. Earlier, it was mentioned about the chop tank. 100 degrees one day, no lifeguards in Eastport. What happens? Chop Tank, newest restaurant, will fund the subsidy to hire the lifeguards. The pool opens. Those guys were heroes. So look, if the Bears can care when they helped in Chicago at the Chicago Police Department, why can't all of the corporations that exist within Anne Arundel County and the state also care if our small startup companies can care, if the Chop Tank can care, why can't Hyatt Commercial care? Why can't Hannon Armstrong care? That's our goal. And I'm here to say that everybody can visualize and understand how we could dramatically improve the everyday lives through these corporate partnerships like with Comcast or ServiceMaster. But I'm here to also say my hope is that these corporate partnerships will also create the hope that it will eliminate at least one of those gut-wrenching 911 calls that we all read about the next day. Thank you very much.